The police force. Remember when we looked up to the boys in blue to keep our streets safe from those undesirables who wish to do us or our property harm? There was a time when seeing a bobby on the beat filled you with a sense of security, and how a criminal really had to have their wits about them to evade seeing the inside of a police cell. But now, with funding slashed, a reduction in numbers, and reports of racism, bullying and homophobia amongst their ranks, the reputation of the modern force is in tatters. With that in mind, we've listed a series of failures which have all but destroyed the public's confidence in the Metropolitan Police. In the latest scandal to prompt a police apology, 6 anti-monarchy protesters were arrested and subsequently released without any charges. Their crimes? Having the audacity to voice their disagreement at the King's coronation. The Met has defended its record on the day, but expressed regret at the arrests. But the head of the protest group is considering legal action and wants an inquiry into the conduct of the officers. So much for freedom of speech. How can the public expect the police to protect them when some officers are guilty of the most depraved crimes imaginable? Those were the questions asked after the cases of David Carrick and Wayne Couzens. Former Met officer Carrick is serving 36 life terms and a minimum of 32 years behind bars after he was unmasked as one of Britain's most prolific sex offenders, admitting 49 charges including 24 counts of rape against 12 women. And this came after Wayne Couzens was sentenced to a whole life order for the kidnap and murder of Sarah Everard in March 2021. Couzens had exposed himself 3 times before Sarah's murder, but the Met missed the chance to intervene. In both his and Carrick's cases, the force was blamed for systemic failings which let the two monsters walk free for so long. And the Met didn't exactly cover itself in glory at the vigil held in Sarah Everard's memory either. Held in March 2021 during the 3rd COVID lockdown, officers said holding the event officially would be illegal. They clashed with protesters and stormed the event in Clapham Common, breaking up crowds and carrying demonstrators away. Officers were heavily criticised for using excessive force against those who gathered to remember a woman murdered by one of their own. Earlier this year, a judge ruled the Met had breached the rights of the protest organisers. Meanwhile, 4 more under-fire officers are facing investigation over the strip search of a 15-year-old black schoolgirl at a school in East London. Known as Child Q, 2 female officers searched the teenager without any adults present and knowing that she was on her period. A safeguarding report found the search was unjust and partly down to racism, with black boys accounting for over half of all children strip searched. But the Met says it's now made changes. And all of this came together in the Casey Review, which found the Met to be institutionally racist, sexist and homophobic. The report by Baroness Louise Casey was commissioned after Sarah Everard's murder, and it slammed the force's culture and series of incidents that happened under its watch, including letting corrupt and racist officers stay in their posts. But under the new leadership of Sir Mark Rowley, can the Met ever claw back its credibility? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Can you really trust officers to keep you safe?